We've got a disturbing story to tell you about out of St. Louis. 6 people have been missing for months, and police now believe they've been lured into an online cult. A mother and her daughter, along with 4 other people, were last seen 6 months ago. Police in Missouri now say they're following the teachings of a former rapper and convicted child molester. NBC News correspondent Kathy Park is following this one for us. So, Kathy, this story is quite strange, to say the very least. What have you learned about these 6 people, as well as the alleged cult leader?
Hey there, Zinkley. Yeah, this certainly is a troubling story, especially as we continue to dig into the details. We know that those 6 individuals, they all went missing around August of 2023 from the St. Louis area. And we have some images to share with you. Police have released these photos, these surveillance images from a store shortly before their disappearance. But they did not specify exactly where this was located. But as far as the alleged cult leader goes, police say the individual is Rashad Jamal, and right now he's serving an 18-year prison sentence. He was convicted of child molestation, and most recently he gave an interview to the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, and during that interview via a phone conference, because he currently is still in prison, he said that he operates a spiritual channel via YouTube, and he shares his opinions and thoughts from a wide range of topics, everything from world history, black history, quantum physics, and therefore, because he's sharing his opinions, he is not the leader of a cult. He also denies knowing any of those individuals who are currently missing in St. Louis.
And those individuals, some of those images we're seeing are their last sightings. Kathy, have we heard anything from the family of those who are now missing?
Yeah, some of the family members have spoken to our local affiliate in St. Louis, KSDK. We actually heard from the mother of Michaela Wickerson, and obviously her mom is extremely distraught. She last saw her in August. Here's a little bit more from that interview. Take a listen.
She was probably suffering from postpartum depression. And these people online, and they just preyed on her weakness. I know that people have many different opinions of this, but if it was their family member, everybody wants to know that their family member is well. If she chooses to still stay out, I just would like to know that her and my granddaughter are safe. That's all. If she could just contact us and let us know.
Now, our affiliate also spoke with Michaela's neighbor, and she was renting that home at the time, and apparently there were several people who moved in, and that's when things took a bit of a turn. There were times when they noticed these individuals outside meditating without any clothes on. We also heard from another family member who is missing a grandson and her daughter. She said they were living in Mississippi several months ago, and then all of a sudden decided to move to Missouri without any further explanation. Zinkley?
Well, hopefully some explanations come soon. Kathy Park, thank you.
Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to the Ofer-elect, and shalom to you few brothers and sisters that watch my videos and gain edification in this truth and heed the warning. All right? So, this video is going to be titled 6 Who Went Missing, False Prophets, and a Cult. Okay? So, I came across this article in a video. This is USA Today, and it reads, 6 went missing, may be tied to a cult. Here's how social media draws people in. So they blaming social media, they blaming platforms, and they saying that these platforms are giving people, people like these false prophets or cult leaders access to mass large amounts of people. All right, so we all know that this is one of the tricks that Esau uses to try to blame us, you know. And that's why, you know, from the apostles on down, you know, we warn, you know, you brothers and sisters in the truth not to do anything for the ministry to be blamed. And we want, you know, we're warning you, don't do anything for the ministry to be blamed. Okay? So it reads, 6 who went missing may be tied to a cult. Here's how social media draws people in. All right, in an era when most people can reach millions on the internet, where's the line drawn between social media influencer and influential leader who draws followers into something more sinister? All right, now you got this person that he sounds like a bug out. First and foremost, he sounds like a bug out. Like he was just, you know what I'm saying, into everything. He started reading all these different books and bugging out and just, you know what I'm saying, he just lost it. All right, 6 people are missing out of Missouri after investigators believe they were sucked into what appears to be a spiritual cult. And you gotta, peep you gotta look at the key words that they start using. Spiritual cult on social media. The University of Cosmic Intelligence. The group is run. The University of Cosmic Intelligence. The group is run by convicted child molester Rashad Jamal. Sounds like a Jake to me. All right. They include Michaela Wickerson, 25, and her 3-year-old daughter, Malia, 24-year-old, Michaela Thompson, 27-year-old, Jeriel German, and 3-year-old Ashton Mitchell, and 29-year-old Naaman Wilson. They were last seen at a Quality Inn near St. Louis in August. Okay? Now, Jamal, it reads, is currently in prison on a child molestation and cruelty to children conviction. Authorities say he built up an online following of hundreds and thousands of followers on platforms including YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. All right? So you see how they could use this as, try to associate us or our brothers and sisters in the truth with these type of bug outs. You know what I'm saying? They get some dude that he wants to be a rapper. These failed rappers. That's what they get. These failed rappers. You know what I'm saying? These failed bug out rappers, and they use them. They use them to, as tools, to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying, they're like us. There's a similarity, so that they could bring forth these unrighteous laws and against us. So it reads, TikTok, Instagram, and shares his theories about Black and Latino people being gods and goddesses, while people of other races and ethnicities are not from this planet. All right, so we don't believe that, but you see how someone who don't know no better could get that misconstrued. He also shares conspiracy theories in the videos, and you know how dumb jakes are. Well, oh, that sounds like, that sounds like the Hebrew Israelites. That's how they do. They try to associate two things that aren't the same, but to them, they want to group us together. Videos about government controlling the weather and elites and politicians being reptilian shapeshifters who drink blood. All right. The missing people became increasingly isolated from family members, quit their jobs, and were seen engaging in nude meditations outdoors, according to Berkeley Police Department in Missouri. Yeah, Jake is totally bugged out. This is totally bugged out. You don't never hear none of us, anyone, anybody in GMS or anybody in the truth, saying that. I've never heard anybody in the truth, preach that doctrine. All right. The missing people became increasingly isolated from their family members and quit their jobs and were seen engaged in new meditations outdoors, according to Berkeley Police Department in Missouri. The pot of our beliefs is that bubbling outside of mainstream society has always existed. So that's Stephen King, emeritus professor at the University of Alberta Sociology Department. But experts say with the internet and the dominance of social media, people have easier access to them, and targeted content can drag them further in. So they're trying to, saying that basically, it goes back to the algorithm of these social media platforms, and they're saying that they're being targeted. What is a cult? We all know that, and if you don't, these cults, this word cult has been changed so many times. All right, so this is
cult.
This is the definition of cult. So they made it seem as a religion regarded as unorthodox or spurious. It's a body of adherence, a great devotion to a person, idea, object, movement, or work, such as a film or book. But the root word of cult is cultivate, cultivate, which comes from the Latin cultus, a noun which meanings ranging from tilling. Okay, so the root word is culture or cultivate. All right, so they're trying to turn it into a negative word, and that's how they're trying to demonize brothers and sisters in the truth, and trying to associate it. You gotta read between the lines. Okay, so they're not gonna say it outright, but you gotta use the spirit of discernment to see what's going on. All right, so it says if you create, and let's see, cult leaders, the group with common set of beliefs such as religious institutions, encourage values such as compassion, benefit society as a whole, according to Hassan, who practiced Judaism, has found comfort with his faith. Cult leaders, Hassan said, construct authoritarian ruling that benefit only themselves, either financially or by fueling their narcissistic beliefs. They become tyrannical with no allowance for free will of anyone else needs. All right, so they try to use that, they try to use certain wording. If you can create uncertainty, doubt, and fear, it makes people's minds more susceptible to an authoritarian voice, Hassan said. So they try to use these people with these fake PhDs, to make it seem like they're that they actually know what they're talking about, but they actually don't. They use a combination of truth and lies, for their rationale. Dr. Janja Lilich, a professor of emerita of sociology at California State University, Chico, and founder of Lilich Center on Cults and Coercion, was also in what she describes as a political cult. She said in a weird video that cults have 4 common characteristics. A leader is charismatic and a narcissist, a transcendent belief system that gives you the answer to everything, a system of control that dictates things like how followers live or what they wear. Sound familiar? And I'm just, you got to read between the lines. They're not going to just say it outright, but, certain people, certain, organizations, they categorize you as a cult, and cult is not a bad word. It means to cultivate. You know what I'm saying? Cultivate. You tilling the land. You know what I'm saying? You cultivating minds. So they try to use that as a bad word. That word cult. That's something that's like forbidden. It's like something that try to say, oh, it's a cult. You know what I'm saying? If you teach something that's contrary to their beliefs, that what's going on now in their society, you're demonized as a cult. And they use that word, and they're gonna try to use that word, on the truth. That word is being armed. Is being armed. Okay? And that dude is a bug out. No doubt about it, hands down, he's a bug out. All right? And I'm not disputing that at all. He's definitely a bug out. Probably 99% of cult leaders are con artists, and they know exactly what they're doing. Some of them may eventually become delusional and may get away with so much more for so long. I think most of them are sitting back laughing at their followers. Jamal told USA Today in a lengthy statement provided by his publicist that his YouTube and other social media posts are intended to share his opinions ranging from metaphysics to quantum physics to marine biology, topography, philosophy, religion, black history, world history, yoga, meditation, and crystal healing. I want to categorically state that I'm not a cult leader. I'm not involved in any form of cult activities. My teachings are focused on enlightenment and not control, the statement said. In the statement, that's why, I just want to make this clear that we not focused on, everybody. We not focused on everybody. We just focus on those, the elect. That's it. So we not focus on everybody. We focus on the elect, and that's it. In the statement, he also denied molesting a child, for which he was convinced in Slovakia, convicted in Georgia, and said he believes he has been falsely persecuted because of his teachings. A black activist like myself speaking out against oppression, racism, never stood a chance. Okay? Before the internet, people interested in cults largely communicated and found groups through individual contacts, alternative bookstores, and radio broadcasts or lecture. Kent now said the same groups can connect with each other from their couches by lifting little more than a finger on their phones. All right, and they show you an image, them sitting outside praying, which we don't even tell you to do that. All right, I just want to differentiate the two. All right, this is some bug out shit. All right, in one case, a joke about birds operating as a tool of government surveillance started a satire and festered into a conspiracy theory, one Jamal posted on social media. All right, so oh man, my screen froze up. There we go. The dangers depend how one uses the internet and information, Ken said. Hassan suspects other agents are also at work. If you look at YouTube, how did he get so many followers? Salakia, how did he get so many followers? Was it really organic, or were there bad actors amplifying it, or was it just algorithms of YouTube trying to make money? From Russia to Christian nationalists, bad actors encompass a wide breadth of entities with a variety of agendas that benefit from inducing chaos and promoting anti-government views in the U.S., Hassan said. One of them may be amplified Jamal's online presence and boosted his platform by manipulating the algorithm. So this is like a false accusation, all right? Because, nobody, it's a possibility that he could manipulate the algorithm, but that's what they wanted to promote. YouTube has its own algorithm, all right? How are brothers' videos getting banned and getting lost, and they playing with the numbers? There is a geopolitical force at work here, he said, and this is all they're doing because they orchestrating this. They want to blame somebody for this. All right, they looking for somebody to blame, a scapegoat. The algorithms, social media, they know exactly who's controlling the algorithms. They trying to make it seem like that, somebody's manipulating the algorithms. They know exactly who's manipulating the algorithms. But it's all through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. The algorithm social media sites is to determine which videos and content to put in users' feeds are designed to target what will put them further into the sites, entice them into click on ads and purchase companies so companies running the sites can make money. Okay, so the trail of breadcrumbs that algorithms create leads people to like-minded individuals and in some cases more extreme beliefs. The internet makes cults more dangerous because people who may be initially curious get dragged down the rabbit hole through algorithms. The average American spends nearly 7 hours per day. Okay. Let me see. The narrative that links me to their disappearance is false and unfounded, he said. Police at Berkeley, Missouri have said the missing people were followers of Jamal on social media, shared his content, and referenced his teachings. Their behavior included engaging in polygamy, changing their names to a spiritual god or goddess, and referring to their mother as a shell that brought their spirit into the universe, police said, which, that's some bug out activity. It's possible the missing people never had any person contact. That's one of the consequences of the internet. People feel like they know a leader even if the leader doesn't know them, he said. While cults are often thought to only attract a fringe group of people, Hassan warned anyone is susceptible They use behavioral tactics to gradually rope people in, such as sleep deprivation, manipulative language, and instilling irrational fears to prevent recruits from leaving or fighting back. And in the age of internet recruiting, a wide breadth of people is made even easier for cult leaders, Hassan said. Okay. All right. And there you have it. You know, you have, all it takes is for, you know, it's for a couple of people, you know what I'm saying, for, a couple of people come forth and say they've been victims and start one of these groups, and start a group saying that they was in a cult and, and say they was being taken advantage of. All right? But that was meant for them to go through. That was their lot. That's all through all through Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, for them to be misled. So I showed you cult definition. This is Matthew 7:15. Beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. And that's exactly, there's people out there that's willing to take advantage of others, who are easily misled, but that was their lot, to be misled down that direction. It's all for, the purpose of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Ecclesiastes 7:16, be not righteous or overmuch, neither make thyself overwise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself? And people, they destroy themselves by trying to be overwise, trying to find out, stuff that's beyond their understanding. This is 2 Corinthians 6:3, giving no offense in anything that the ministry be not blamed. All right, so you're not supposed to be out here doing stuff like that. The ministry is supposed to be blameless. 2 Timothy 4:3, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust they shall heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. And that's where it starts. These people, these self-proclaimed prophets, heaping themselves teachers. Like they say, you a baby and you don't know shit. Some of these self-proclaimed prophets, they take a little bit of here, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and run away with it. You know what I'm saying? And then you catch a few people, but this is all set up. I don't know. This is all set up. Or they're gonna make it seem like, they're gonna use this as ammunition. This is being used as ammunition. Guaranteed. Lest Satan, 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us. We are not ignorant of his devices. So, this is a warning, just to keep an eye out, like they just, trying to use certain phrases and certain wording, certain type of code or lingo, to try to, this is a smear campaign trying to smear, those of us who are in the truth. So Lord willing, I didn't ramble too much and you've been edified. Shalom to the next one.